Listen, I wanted to speak to all my chosen vessels on today. Listen, I know some of you have been going through a time and a season where you've been having feelings of discouragement. The enemy has been trying to hit you from all angles. You've been working day and night and day, countless hours, sleepless nights, early mornings. And some days you wake up and you feel like giving up. Some days you wake up and you start to question everything. You start to question whether or not you're actually making a difference. You start to question whether or not all the amount of hours and the hard work that you've been putting in, is it actually mattering? Am I actually making any progress? But I wanted to encourage y'all to keep going on today because, see, the enemy will have you in a place where you're not only questioning everything, but you end up believing the truth to be the lie and the lie to be the truth. Do not allow those feelings or those thoughts of worry and doubt or fear to take root in your life. The devil is a liar. Are y'all with me? Come on here, somebody, because, see, our God is not a God that he shall lie. And some of you have been questioning, is that dream, that vision that I thought that God had for my life, that purpose that I believe that God had for my life, that business, that ministry, is this something that'll actually come to pass? Is this something that can actually happen, or am I just in over my head? Am I just delusional? Do not allow those lies from the enemy to take root in your life, because I promise you, the one who perseveres to the end will not only be saved, but that thing, that dream, that vision that God had for your life, that thing that you've been working at, it will come to pass. Do not give up in this season. The Bible says in James chapter 1, verses 2, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let the perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, lacking nothing. See, brothers and sisters, I want you to understand that easy times does not produce greatness. Easy times do not produce greatness, but it's the hard times, the trials and the tribulations, the adversity, the pain and the suffering that you go through that's producing something within you that is able to lead a nation into freedom and victory, that's able to lead a nation into the glory of God. It's producing something within you that God knows, okay, now I can trust this man of God. I can trust this woman of God. I can trust them with not only the blessing, but the responsibility that comes with the blessing, because I'm not blessing them for their sake, but I'm blessing them so that they can bless an entire nation. I'm blessing them so that they can influence nations and generations for my kingdom. Come on, who am I speaking to on today? And remember that most of the time, people that go through easy times, people that never go through anything, people who have had it easy their whole life, those are usually not the kinds of people that God calls to lead a nation. Those are usually not the kind of people that God calls upon to set people free. They haven't been through anything, so they don't know about nothing. They don't understand enough. So I don't want y'all to get discouraged, but I want you to understand that the worse your story was, the worse your story is, the worse your upbringing was, the more trials and the tribulations that you go through is not all the more reason for you to get discouraged, but all the more reason for you to understand, wow, the more powerful my testimony is going to be. The greater the struggle, the greater the victory. The harder the trials, the greater the glory. The harder the struggle, the greater the testimony. Are y'all with me on today? The Bible says, but when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea blown and tossed by the wind. That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. So you're going through a season of testing. You're going through a season of crushing. And this God is asking you to persevere. Be patient with me just a little bit longer, and that breakthrough will come. That thing that you've been wishing upon, that thing that you've been dreaming of, that thing that you've been working toward, it will come to pass. Just persevere and stick with me, says God. Can you stick with me through the ups and the downs? Can you stick with me and pray to me and believe in me and trust in me through the good and the bad? That person should not expect to see anything from the Lord. Such a person is double-minded and unstable in all that they do. So if you're wavering in your faith, if you're doubting through the trials and the tribulations, you're going to close off the heavens over your life. But it says, blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. So despite your light and momentary troubles, they are producing for you. They are achieving for you a glory that far outweighs anything that you've ever been through in this life. So you fix your eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, because what is seen, your current situation is only temporary. What you see right now, and the storms that you're going through right now, will have you worshiping the problem and have you so focused on the problem that you take your mind and your attention and your thoughts off of Jesus. And it ends up distracting you from realizing that your breakthrough is just around the corner. Remember, no matter what you're going through right now, no matter what it looks like, looks can be deceiving. Yeah. And your God is outside of everything that you're going through right now. It does not move him, so it should not move you. Victory is yours, says the Spirit of the living God. It's time to persevere, and it's time to be unwavering, unmovable, and unshakable in your faith. Now is your time, and it will come to pass. I love y'all, and God bless.